Welcome, viewers. It is me, your host Luigi, and welcome back to another review today. I'm not currently in the White Void right now, but don't fret, we'll be back there soon enough. But today we have a pretty cool video topic, as we're going to be taking a look at another collection for our favorite literature girls, so it's gonna be a wild ride today, boys. And I am talking about none other than the Classics of Horror collection from Serenity Forge. Oh yeah, you knew I couldn't pass up when I saw these puppies. I was like, I gotta get something from it. This is a banger right here. Now, I know technically this collection released back in October of 2024, but only now have I decided to talk about it, as my pre-order items finally came, as half that collection was all pre-orders, and it took till at least January they were getting them, but I didn't get mine till like February. But half of it was in stock. That was the posters and things like that. So it's a little chaotic, but I can now talk about it, even though it's not the right season for it anymore. But honestly, this is a very promising collection. From the art style chosen, the variety of products, to even the literature classics the Dokis have decided to base themselves off of. We definitely got some unique picks. And I even learned of some new books I need to add to my reading list now. I really appreciate a lot of the thought that went into this. And honestly, at the time, I'm kind of kicking myself I did not make a video talking about like my initial thoughts on this sooner, because like it was a free video idea right there. And that was really dumb of me. I should have talked about this sooner, because I was like losing my mind over this in October, but I accidentally created a whole AU based off this, so yeah, maybe you guys get to see what I did that October eventually, but I'm here to talk about it now. So this will be a bit of a unique video, as half of it will be spent discussing what this collection contains, plus my general thoughts on each item, or any other additional details I've noticed about them. And in the second half will be the review segment of all the products I did buy from this collection. So if you don't care to hear about the discussion of the collab, feel free to skip to the below timestamp to jump straight to the review segment. But if you'd like to watch the whole video, then by all means, sit back, relax, and we're gonna have a little chat. Alright, starting with our first contender here, we have the Cozy Woven Doki Throw Blanket to ward off those chilly winter nights. Now, at first glance, I did think this was a bit of an odd choice to throw into left field, but I suppose it just needed a way to pad out the runtime, so why not add in a collector's blanket for the winter season? And I must admit, it looks amazing. It features a collage of all the horror-inspired art pieces to showcase each outfit in detail. The texture looks very soft, and the yarn used makes the whole thing pop with a chromatic aberration effect, adding to the vintage horror vibe. Very stunning. But that price tag, that does hurt a bit. Youch. I mean, don't get me wrong, it does make sense when you consider the high quality material used and other manufacturing costs, but it's definitely an item for the more bold Doki collector. And hey, would you look at that? It can also double as a body bag. Way to go, conserving plastic! Next up, we have some adorable chibi designs on proud display next to some handy dandy incantation note boards. Essentially, these are just acrylic standees with the added gimmick of having a dry eraser memo note feature, and I have to say, that double use feature is quite a nice idea. The chibi designs themselves are just bigger versions of the ones found on the keychains, which we will get into in a minute. But can I just say how freaking cute the art is? Like, oh my goodness, I'm obsessed! The chibi style is just too good on these ones, and it's nice that they have a chance to shine in a slightly larger scale compared to the keychains. At least I think these will be bigger. Not sure how big they'll be in person, as it doesn't specify dimensions. And additionally, I think the color-coded quotes on each noteboard are super cute as well. Very fitting for each character, but it does make me wonder if they'll come printed on the protective plastic film, like a demo sort of thing? Or is it all just for show? That's the big question we'll have to see one day. For the third contender, and my personal favorite of the collection, we have the adorably stylish club keychains to take a small piece of the horror with you wherever you go. I'm a sucker for keychains now, and paired with this cute chibi art style, they become almost irresistible. The keychains give us a nice look at the full costumes for each girl, and I really appreciate the blend of detailed yet simplistic line work. Each design has so much thought and care put into it, and I'm glad each gets a chance to shine by reflecting the girl and the literature that inspired it. Additionally, I think the themed backgrounds for each keychain and the faded gradient on the acrylic plastic are really classy touches that help elevate the presentation of this particular set. I love these three in particular, but they were all really great. You'll have to let me know which is your favorite in the comments. Also, can we just acknowledge how brilliant some of these titles are? It may have taken longer than I would like to admit to figure out some of them, but with full clarity now, they are hilarious. Particularly Sayori's. Airhead Horseman made my day the first time I read it, and I got a pretty good chuckle out of it. And last but certainly not least, we have the Classics of Horror poster set to show off the newest hits before they entered the box office. I know which ones I would be seeing. Now, I don't know why, but at the time when the collection first went up, this wasn't included, and it came like a whole month later, which is really weird, but it was still a pleasant surprise, since I wanted a clear look at the individual pieces that the blanket couldn't provide. But man, was it a kicker to have to go back and pop in another order. Regardless, I had to go back for some of these as they are stunning, and I love me some classy movie poster design. But that $60 price tag though? Not so much. Lucky for us, if you don't want the whole bundle, you can buy each poster individually. I really love the Monika one in particular. Not only is her drip so fine, we get the bonus of a smug Monika as well, which is beautiful. Plus, we see probably one of the cutest renditions of her jump scare form in literally anything, which says quite a lot. But hey, it's okay. You may look like a cracked porcelain vase, but we still love you either way. But yeah, overall, the artist did a super nice job on this one, and I love the layout to boot. Sayori is probably the next best runner-up, as hers is also very pretty, but really funny at the same time. I just love her nickname so much. I also really like the addition of this majestic horse. Not gonna lie, I was half expecting her to be riding this super edgy cow to fit the vibe, but the horse works pretty good too, I guess. We'll have to wait for Dark Mr. Cow another time. And oh my goodness, Yuri. Oh man, hers is so ominous and spooky, but oh man, I love the layout, yo. The tentacles curling around the borders, that is sick. I love the wings, they give her some big wings. And yo, she actually looks really elegant like this. Like, I mean, terrifying, but like, classy as well. Please don't let this fall into the wrong crowd for her sake. But honestly, the only one I wasn't really vibing with this collab was actually Natsuki, surprisingly. As, I mean, I think the design they gave her is cool, but it just wasn't very clear, I guess, what her costume was supposed to be, as, like, I'm still not 100% sure, but I think it's supposed to be, like, a Godzilla reference. At least based on some of these headlines when I Google translated them down here. But before that, I went on the biggest goose chase trying to see if this is referencing a different kaiju. But this does beg the question that does Godzilla really count as horror? Isn't that more of a suspense monster flick or something? I mean, according to Reddit, the very early Godzilla films could count, but I don't think she would dig back that far to prove her case. I think she just wanted to dress up as something cool after wearing all the pretty dresses on every other occasion. So, that's my headcanon anyway. It's still a sick costume regardless, but I still think her poster's neat, and I love the style for Sayori and Yuri right here. Like, they look so good. Big kudos to the artist. And there you go. That's my brief thoughts and rundown on each item. Overall, I love everything we got. It's creative, it's stylish, it tells a story, and you can feel how much passion went into this project. Sure, it's a little pricey, but from what I've heard, Serenity Forge does have very nice high-quality products from a variety of their games, so I trust they know what they're doing, and the price will even out with quality in the end. Plus, since this is a limited time collection, it's also reasonable in that aspect. But question mark on what Serenity Forge's idea of limited time is, as I thought they would have closed pre-orders way back in 2024. But as of recording this, everything's still available to buy at the moment, but I suspect they probably will be closing orders sometime after this or when all the extra supply sells out. So if you do see something you really want, probably hurry and snag it, just be safe. I just can't believe they sprung such a banger on us out of nowhere, out of the blue. Serenity Forge is like, hey, we have this new Classics of Horror collection for you. Do you want some? And I'm like, heck yeah, brother, bring it on. And now let's go take a look at what I did get, which I got a little bit of a variety this time. Okay, so here is package number 1 here. I did 2 separate orders because this one was kind of a paranoid panic order because I thought when it said, you know, limited edition, I thought that meant only the month of October. Why'd my voice crack right there? I thought it only meant just the month of October, so I was like, oh crap, I gotta hurry up and get the 2 most valuable things I could find. So I did that, and, you know, then later they came out posters, so I had to go back again. But let's take a look at my first order. It just came in a plain envelope. We're just gonna dump this out. I'm pretty excited. I got probably 2 of my favorite designs, although I really love 3. I mean, all of them are great, but like I was really excited for these 2 in particular. So let's just see what we got. Come on out, girlies. Come on. Oh wow, you're a big one. Oh, that was actually a really satisfying thud. But there we go. Okay, first up, let's I guess look at the acrylic standee. Oh wow, nice material actually. Like this was the big katunker out of there, but it actually feels pretty solid. I don't know. I guess I was hoping for a little bit more eloquent packaging, I'll say. Just comes in plain plastic here, but I had the hardest time deciding if I should get this design for Monika or Sayori, because I figured, well, this will probably be the bigger design out of the 2, so which one do I love more? But then I thought, well, which one would I rather carry around with me? And then that was an obvious answer. So I was like, you know what, I'll get this one because I feel like she had one of the 2 biggest designs out of the bunch, and letting have some extra air to breathe would look nice on display. And she's so cute! Okay, I can't wait to assemble that. Feels pretty nice and solid, so we know the quality's good and it's not too big, but you know, a decent size, so I'm happy about that. And here's what, you guys already know what this is, but ta-da! Ah, she's here! Yay! Of course I had to get the Monika keychain because, like, of course I did, but oh, look how cute she is! Oh my goodness, I adore this design so much, so of course I had to get something for it. And yes, I love that classy background we got. Oh yes, the picture of just Monika, let's go. Though it doesn't seem to really be held in place by anything in there, just kind of rattling around. So good thing we got that protective plastic, eh? So first up, let's look at the keychain because I've been the most excited for this one. And I was hoping to make this review much earlier than I was now, but it was these 2 girlies here that were holding me up, okay? Because they said the pre-orders were going to come out in December, but then they didn't. And then they said January, and then I didn't get mine till like the very beginning of February. So yeah, blame these 2 girlies why we're late. Whatcha, taking that out. I really appreciate that, at least for the keychains, they did these really neat custom backgrounds. I thought Monika's was pretty cool. This one's like some vintage wallpaper. Though, I mean, Yuri's and Sayori's, those ones were pretty hard to beat as well. I really like those 3. Here's the keychain. Oh, she's so cute. We got a nice golden bat clasp. There she is, strutting her stuff with the little portrait. That's quite nice. Honestly, it would have been a fun little treat if when you flip down the other side, if the roles were reversed or something. I mean, I know that maybe does not quite add up to Dorian Gray lore, but it would just been a cool little detail that made me happy, but I still think, oh, that's really nice. The gradient also looks pretty nice in person. It goes from a light lavender to a soft baby yellow at the bottom, which I think is really cute. And honestly, the details on this, oh, they sell the whole look. She's gorgeous in this. Probably one of my top 5 favorite Monika outfits now. And I don't know why, it's just gorgeous. And then back there, of course, we have the little goober. The jump scare Monika. She's beautiful. We love to see her. This one doesn't quite have as satisfying as a spin. It's kind of... it gets a little stuck up here, so it doesn't quite have as satisfying as a spin as my ocean and space one does. And it feels a little on the smaller side. I was hoping for something a hair larger, I think, but it is kind of a nice, you know, fits in your palm kind of size. But I still think, oh, it's adorable, because I absolutely love the chibi style on all these, but Monika in particular, you know, she caught my eye. Oh, I forgot there was protection plastic to peel off. It's so hard to find the dang starting edges on these things sometimes. Oh yeah, that felt good. Okay, there we go. Now we got that proper gloss to present. There we go. That makes it look much better. Because I was examining it a little bit more closely. The image is almost like slightly fuzzy if you really look at it closely, but I think now taking that off, that definitely helped. That extra gloss definitely helps it go a long way. And as for a quick comparison, I went and I got my Ocean Space keychain real quick. This is kind of just a rough size comparison. So the one I got from Ocean Space, she's quite a lot bigger. At least by a good hat taller, I should say. Oh shoot, I'm so sorry. So yeah, by a good head taller, but I still think both are... Okay, please, let's not brawl today, girls. I still think, you know, both are pretty good similar quality, especially when it comes to, like, acrylic quality. And if anything, the clouds are kind of similar-ish. I'd say this one's a bit more of a rose gold, while that one's more of a pure gold color. Though it almost did make me wonder if perhaps they came from the same manufacturer? At least just based on some of the quality stats, I was curious. But if we can conclude anything, just Monika keychains in general, they are peak. Yeah, honestly, pretty solid keychain. I like it. It has a beautiful gloss. I think that gradation's pretty nice. Though purple and yellow, that's a bit of an interesting combo for Monika here. But hey, it works. And it gets a thumbs up from me. Okay, now let's move on to the acrylic standee. And now also, I was very tempted to also get her keychain, but I really wanted to try an acrylic standee this time just because I've never actually bought one before, but I've seen a lot of other people, they have theirs in their collection. I think they look like a pretty neat option if you didn't want to fully invest in like a figure of a character or something. Or also just have some pretty art of them. So I went ahead and I got this as I figure maybe one day when I expand my office, I also would maybe like a little note holder or something. I thought, you know, what's more supportive than a Sayori? So I was like, okay, that settles it. But Yuri would have been my solid second runner-up, as she had the other biggest design out of the group and would have looked super nice in this larger scale too. Alright, first piece is of course a lovely lass, Sayori, or as she's known in this collab, the Airhead Horseman. Which honestly, she's adorable. I love how the artist has done her in this style. She's so freaking cute. And this horse, magnificent. A part of me still wishes it was like a super cool death cow or something to fit Sayo's vibe. But I can respect that we have to keep to the theme mostly. And I still think this steed looks beautiful, very mysterious and spooky. It almost kind of reminds me of a Pokemon. I can't remember the name, but it reminds me of that Pokemon kind of. But I do dig the vibe of this. It's very cute. Here is the main note board. And unfortunately, it seems that the example quotes are in fact not printed on the protective seal. Well, a girl could hope. Nice candles, rocks, foliage, crow. The crow's very important. You see, it's all a third eye reference. I mean, don't ask me the logistics. That's MatPat's job. But you can't tell me this little guy isn't working for a cult or something, you know? And our last piece we got is the base here. Nice little grassy grass. Same front and back, it seems. And there you go. That's the 3 pieces need to assemble. So let's crack-a-lack. Real quick on a side note though, I just went to start unpeeling the plastic when I realized it scented like tropical pear mango. I mean, I don't think that's intentional or anything, but that's an awesome bonus because it actually smells so nice. I don't know what's the story behind that, but it's a cool feature either way, so I'm here for it. For some reason, this piece in particular smells the strongest of it, but I just thought that was really funny. That'd be so funny if these all came scented though. Now I'm curious if anyone else got a scented standee too. Okay, and behold, she is assembled! And wow, this thing is so shiny, look at that, it's going everywhere, we're going crazy. And I have to say, that's pretty nice, it's pretty cute! I was actually really scared of breaking it. At least for the billboard on the grass, because it's like, I wasn't sure I was gonna push that in, because I think you could actually flip it over to the other side if you wanted to, you just have to flip the base. So if you wanted her from the other direction, I think you could do that as well. I was just really scared of breaking it, so I just did how it showed on the promotional image, so I was like, I don't want to snap this. I don't want to pay another $17 for one. But I also have to say it's super cute. I love the design, so bright and cheerful. It does kind of cover some of the built-in board, so I maybe didn't think that far ahead. But, I mean, I think maybe if you twirled her over to the other side, maybe that'd give you some more room if the horse wasn't covering half of it. Horse. I'll go get a dry erase marker in a minute and we'll test out how good the writing works on it. But yeah, bro, really cute though. I really like that. Let's try the sit test. Boom! It's beautiful! Look at that. It sits so eloquently. Okay, I retrieved the marker. I don't know. It's just a random marker I found. I don't think it matters. Hopefully. But let's write an inspirational message, shall we? Alright, I know. There we go. Boom. Inspirational messages. Yeah, that's pretty cute actually. Yeah, if you could write smaller, I think, or just planned it out a little more ahead, you could cram quite a lot on there. That, or you could just do the Sayori route and just put sticky notes on it if you didn't want to write on it. Let's see how well it erases. And there you go, Shamoosh, it's gone. Minus a few eraser shavings, but there we go. Pretty smooth, and that's a really cute little option. So I'm excited to use this on my desk one day, because currently my desk cannot have this. Also, I'm afraid a cat would chew it, so pretty cute standee actually. I quite like this. Also, can confirm this does give you much more room, so just do this way to begin with. Okay, so that was part 1. Now for part 2 in this fancy little boy. I did not get the whole collection. That's okay. I got pretty much my 2 favorites. The other 2, I'll get into those in a minute. The posters actually ended up coming pretty quickly. Mine actually came in December. I just had to wait. But I had a little peek on Christmas, just between you and me, guys. Holy crap, why is this so hard to get out? I got you out on Christmas! I'm not that weak, I swear! There we go, I got that. Down the mysterious, dark tunnel into the abyss, whatever shall we find down there? I might be kind of predictable this review, but maybe not. I'll let you guys guess which 2 I got. If you come on out, there we go. Alright, time to get the tube out of here. I was so thankful that those adorable designs on the blanket, they came individually. Hold on, did I leave someone in the... I left someone in the tube, that was my bad. Hold up, I left someone else in here. Okay, there we go. There's the 2 posters, so they just come all rolled up like that, and ooh, that kind of hurts to see, you know? It's hard to unroll a freaking poster once it's rolled in a tube, but then again, I can't really complain, because, like, how else are you gonna ship posters without folding or bending them? It's like, that's worse, objectively. I hope you guys locked in your guesses of who I got, because we're about to do the grand reveal, shall we? Oh, okay. Okay, well, before the grand reveal, Ash decided to grace us today. What you doing? Where you been? Asher. Yeah. Oh, yes. Here, I don't want you chewing my posters, buddy. I've seen what you do to random slips of paper. Particularly receipts. He's a receipt fiend. For anyone curious. Isn't that right, mister? Oh, yes. Look at you. Oh, hello. Oh, look at you. Oh, look at you. Hi, buddy. Alright, so now that cat intermission's out of the way, we're going with poster number 1. So, if you guys said Sayori again, you were correct. Okay, so originally I kind of panicked after I bought it. I was like, holy crap, wait, how big did they say these were again? I don't think I have that much wall space. But this is actually a pretty decently sized poster. It's not too big. Stop folding it, please. Would fill up, you know, medium space on your wall, I would say. It's made of a pretty decent material, kind of a little, yeah, thicker than your regular paper, but not quite like cardstock or anything. Kind of like a nice medium glossy middle ground. Still, do be careful with it though, as it is kind of fragile. As you can see, it can easily be bent. It is on the lighter spectrum, I suppose, from compared to others I've felt. But, oh my gosh, please stop! Sayori, please! Oh, that's quite nice of you. Thank you. I could not pass up on this design. I loved it. I think it is so beautiful. From this gorgeous regal horse to her just casually side saddling it bareback, it seems. She's got no saddle. She's now an equestrian rider expert, which honestly, goals girly. But it's very interesting to know that it seems that the air underneath the head is what has the bow. It's not the head itself. So I like what lore that implies. And then of course, we have this lovely little quote from her, It's not very scary coming from her. I know you're trying your best, girl, but I'm just not that scared with you. But oh my goodness, I love the name, Airhead Horseman. Genius whoever came up with that. And I also love how out of at least 3 out of the 4 of these posters, they have quotes from some of the other club members. And I do love this one from Monika. That's such a Monika thing to say. It's one of my favorite things about this poster. But other than that, of course, I adore the art. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It's such a beautiful style. And I just think this works very well in a poster format. Very pretty. A+! Okay, and now for poster number 2. So if you said Monika, you are correct. You dang well know I wasn't passing up on this. What am I, an amateur? Oh, please, hold on. I'm trying to compliment. Please, don't be shy. Don't be shy all of a sudden. You're never shy, like 90% of the time we see you. Really, Monika? Really? Okay, anyway, I could absolutely not pass up on this poster. I freaking love this design. I mean, who could pass up on Smug Monika? Oh, that's peak. The whole layout of this, just brilliant. An excellent movie poster from, the ripped, craggly edges up to, the beautiful draping curtain up here. And I must dare say, this is probably the cutest version we've gotten of her jump scare in anything. And I know people will give you weird looks if you normally say it's cute, but objectively, you can't say this is not cute because it's one of the more flattering versions, if I'm being honest. She's only got a few little craggles here and there, nothing a bit of super glue can't fix. And if we're going by the book logic, the portrait's not completely shattered, which means she's not committed that many atrocities to humanity yet. So there's still hope. But honestly, just the outfit, I love the cane. I don't know if that's a reference to the pen, but I mean, it has the heart topper, so I'm going to pretend it's a reference to the pen. But honestly, just the drip, she rocks this style. This quote, yeah, that one's a little scarier coming from you. But if anything, it just shows that font matters. Probably my favorite part is this quote down here from Natsuki. Which, honestly, I was thinking she picked the book because, it makes sense thematically for her in a couple different areas. But this just turns the table and just implies that she just did it just because she liked the style of this outfit. And honestly, I could see her doing it for both reasons, but I just find that so funny. She just really enhances the whole context of Monika's outfit choice. Honestly, I just love this poster. The composition, the colors, the art style. Chef kiss. Honestly, how can you not like this duo here? It's beautiful. I love me some glitchy representation in artwork. We've been getting a lot of that recently in collabs. Bring some more of it. Okay, and there we go. That wraps up everything I bought. It's a little bit more this time than what I did with Ocean Space, but then again, it was in a sense more affordable, at least in the little batches. It makes you feel a little bit better about how much you're spending. But then again, for a limited time collection as unique and striking as this one, I think we can make a little exception to Wallet-kun just this month. But for sure, don't sleep on this collection, guys. It was one of the hardest drops of the year last year, and I still can't believe how chill they went about it. The designs and artwork are fabulous to behold, the merch is nice quality and decently sized, we have some awesome new outfits for the Dokis, and dare I say, some great modding potential to top it all off. We got it all this time, folks. So I'm dubbing this collection A+. And since this collection did so well, I would love to see some other holiday-themed releases down the road, like maybe for Christmas or Valentine's Day, as I think there's a lot of potential for something cool there. But most importantly, let's give a big kudos to the artists who worked on this collection. What a beautiful blend of their styles and passion to help bring this project to life. And while none of them will probably ever see this, I just wanted to say you did a fabulous job, guys. I hope you had as much fun working on this as I did talking about it. And that's pretty much it for me. If you didn't already pick up on it in the past 30 minutes of me gushing about this, I adore this small yet enamoring collection and truly appreciate all the finer details that went into making it so special. I'm pretty happy with all the products I bought from this, and my only real critique would be that I wish the keychains were a bit bigger, especially for that price tag, but everything else was really nice quality. The note standee is adorable and glossy, and it even comes with a place to hold your marker when not in use. And the posters, artwork on that is phenomenal. Love that stuff. I mean, if you bought all 4, they look pretty cool together. Honestly, I only really cared about those 2 designs. Maybe Yuri. I was really debating with Yuri and Sayori, and I sent them to my friend. I was like, which one should I get? And she was kind of leaning towards Yuri till we looked at the quote, and then we looked at her face, then we looked back at the quote, and then we're kind of like, yeah, I think we should go with Sayori. So that's what we did. And don't get me wrong, you're beautiful, but just with that quote and that face and knowing what you do in Act 2, that scares the crap out of me. So I'm staying far away from you, miss. And yeah, other than that, I think the quality's pretty good. I got a little bit of everything, a little taste. I might go back for thirds, as I kind of should probably get some Yuri and Natsuki in here, as I do like their costumes as well. Cthulhu Yuri, that goes so hard. And Kaiju Natsuki, I guess it's kind of grown on me. She looks a little bit more like a caveman, if I'm being honest, but it's kind of been growing on me. And if I do, I'll make a short showing it, because I'm probably just going to get the keychains, so we'll see. But overall, I had a lot of fun with this. It was a pleasure to be able to pick up a few items from this drop and review them for you today, so I hope you guys had fun with this as well. If you like this collection too, make sure to head on over to Serenity Forge so you can pick up something for yourself today. They have a lot of other neat little goodies over there besides this, so there's a lot to choose from. But this was the apple of my eye this time. As always, thank you guys so much for watching the video to this point. If you liked what you saw, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, as that would all really help me and the channel out on our goal to 2,000 subscribers this year. I believe we can do it, and you get cool content from it in the meantime. And with that, I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your day or night, and remember to stay groovy.